rising star in the rap world dies just hours after performing a show in an ambush in Queens.
The bullet holes in Chinx's Porsche show the viciousness of the drive-by shooting that took his life on May 17th.
Feeling very devastated. I'm really hurt.
The rapper who got viral because of coke boys and cocaine riots.
I'm a motherfucking coke boy, wiggling the I'm a motherfucking coke boy, wiggling the
was murdered at just 31, shot dead in his car before dawn in Queens. But it's not as simple as it sounds. The man who killed him showed up at his funeral to watch people cry for the life he ended.
The nigga that Chinx was at the funeral.
You can leave the streets, but the streets never leave you.
Just because you changed your life for the past 5 years doesn't mean you ain't spent 20 years doing dirt.
The man the world would mourn, Lionel Pickens, aka Chinx, was born in 1983 and raised in the poverty of far Rockaway, Queens. He rapped about the streets because that's where he came from.
couple bands got a couple bitches, got the whole block sewn up.
He got his start in the music industry in the early 2000s with the Rockaway Riot Squad.
My homie, rest in peace, Stack Bundles. We started that Riot Squad group together.
Alongside his closest friend and mentor, Stack Bundles.
I mean, without Stacks, it wouldn't even be no me.
They were getting the attention of the whole city. And he paid the price for it. In 2005, Chinx was arrested on drug charges and served almost 5 years behind bars.
I was on the run. I was facing like 9-10 joints. Eventually, I got picked up for that shit.
I was gone from about 2005 to about 2009.
While he was inside, something tragic happened. In 2007, his mentor Stack Bundles was shot and killed in his own neighborhood.
Stacks passed away during my incarceration. I didn't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? So it took me a long time to really get it together. I wasn't eating for a minute.
When Chinx was finally released, he was a man determined to carry on his brother's legacy. That's when he met French Montana through Max B, and the Coke Boys were born.
But when I came home, Max B was looking for me.
And right when Chinx's life looked sordid, pulling up in foreign cars, performing in packed clubs, and building a legacy, his history with drugs ate him up. It was Saturday, May 16, 2015. Chinx Drugz was set to host a party in Brooklyn at Club Red Wolf. Before leaving for the party, he said goodbye to his wife, Janelle Pickens, not knowing it was his final goodbye.
His last words was, "Oh, my baby's tired." And then he said, "You sure you don't want to go?" And I said, "No, babe, go ahead."
That night, he decided to go alone with his friend, Yemen Cheese, to the club.
He called me two days later. I'm in the studio with my artist. He's like, "Yo, you want to come to the club?" We went in the club. The club was so lit. It was young folks. We was all smoking. I'm in the front chilling. He wasn't even drinking that night.
The event was a success with Chinx performing on the stage all night. Chinx left the club at 3 a.m. and decided to visit a hookah location with Yemen.
The security, I'm trying to do a favor for them. His people's opened up a hookah lounge.
Right.
Let's go fuck with them. We gets over there.
The hookah bar was closed, so they called it a night.
Yo, I'm gonna just drive you to my house and you could take a cab from there.
While heading toward Chinx's home, they were enjoying the music, with no idea they were being targeted. The killer was waiting to attack. As soon as Chinx pulled the brake at a red light, assailants got their chance.
They jumped out the car and got close and just went and just shot. When I got low, he started shooting at. He started shooting bro, but bro started jumping.
Chinx Drugz threw himself over Yemen, taking most of the fire. 7 bullets tore into him, while Yemen was struck twice, 1 round puncturing his lung.
When I got shot, I was bleeding inside. So my lungs collapsed. I couldn't every time I talk, I was spitting out blood.
In those last moments, he was trying to save his friend.
He was still talking. He's like, "Yo, let's get us out of here." So I'm driving the car now.
With whatever strength he had left, Chinx stumbled toward the officers. Both men were rushed to Jamaica Hospital, but Lionel Pickens, aka Chinx, never made it back. He was pronounced dead on the way. Yemen Cheese was luckier. Doctors gave him just a 15% chance of survival, but he pulled through. Chinx left behind his wife, 3 kids, and the whole world to mourn.
I called the detectives and they informed me that they believed that I should come down there with someone and quick. Of course, when I got there, that's when they told me that he was shot while driving his car. And he passed away before he even got to the hospital.
Now everyone was asking the same question. Who hated Chinx enough to take his life?
This is what happened. I believe Chinx got set up.
But weeks turned into months with no answers.
Nearly 6 months since Chinx's murder, tonight is still on the loose, and now there are growing concerns his death will become yet another unsolved hip-hop mystery. He was shot in his Porsche, his passenger wounded. So far, no one's been arrested.
The shooters knew exactly what they were doing. They struck in a blind spot near construction where cameras couldn't see a thing.
We have video in almost every location we could possibly get to.
Right.
We just didn't have it. Where his car parked, that's where it ended up at.
Then, about 5 months later, the case took a new turn. Police pulled over an aspiring rapper named Quincy Hamir. At first, it was just a weed charge, but when they found a .45 caliber in the car, Quincy got under serious investigation. Police gathered data, which revealed his phone pinged at the Red Wolf Club the night Chinx was out, then at the same hookah bar Chinx and Yemen visited, and finally at the murder scene. The second suspect was 26-year-old Jamar Hill. He was already serving a 5-year sentence for another robbery when detectives tied him to Chinx's murder.
What do you say to Chinx's widow? What do you say to his kids?
It took more than 2 years, but on December 14th, 2017, both Quincy Homer and Jamar Hill were finally charged while still behind bars. They faced murder, attempted murder, assault, and weapons charges. Both pleaded not guilty and were held without bail.
Both men have been arrested and charged with second-degree murder and other felonies for the May 2015 of Chinx.
Now that people had names to blame, the next question was, why did they do it? Was it rap beef or a family feud? The reason stretched back to 2009 when Chinx and Homer fought on Rikers Island. Homer lost badly, and detectives believe he carried that grudge for years. When Chinx's career started to take off, Homer's jealousy only grew. The feud flared again in 2015 at a show in Philadelphia. Chinx and Homer clashed, and Homer was later blacklisted from the rap circle. That humiliation lit the fuse for revenge. French Montana later revealed that Homer even showed up at Chinx's funeral.
The nigga that Chinx was at the funeral. These are the type of situations that we live in. That's why being a rapper is fucking worse than being in Iraq.
The case did see some movement years later. In 2024, one of the suspects, Quincy Homer, took a plea deal and admitted to first-degree manslaughter in connection with Chinx's killing. He was then sentenced to 23 years behind bars. But the story isn't fully closed. His co-defendant, Jamar Hill, is still awaiting resolution, which means part of the case continues to hang in limbo.
Well, dog, it's like, first you lose Max, then Chinx is like your right hand is like you lose all motivation to make music. And it's like I'm losing everybody around me.
Yeah.
It's like that shit crushes you.
Lionel Pickens might finally had money in the bank, a future lined up for his kids, and the streets finally behind him. But those same streets demanded one last sacrifice.
Wish I could take a trip and see how heaven looks. Getting off the blacktop was my motivation. Get up.
He climbed higher than anyone thought possible, but envy doesn't care how far you've made it. Sometimes the past doesn't stay buried.
And just stand true to yourself, man. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not worthy of your position. Know your value.
They took his life, but they could never take his voice.